Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi and today we're doing another pick a card. Today's pick a card, we are taking a look at the personality and characteristics and dynamics of your future spouse. Before I get into the reading, I want to say this is my first video back since Miss Rona came and paid me a visit and I've not been very well. So I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. I'm not normally, when I do readings, I'll go like about 30 minutes long and go really deep, but I just feel for this first reading back, I just want to keep it more minimal and just bring through what I can in more of a shorter reading, just for this reading. And then I'll probably be back to normal. I just didn't want to push it on my first day back because I'm still not 100%. On top of that, my voice may break a little bit. I may get out of breath a little bit and I may have a little bit of brain fog. So please bear with me with this particular reading. I should be fine, you know, but I'm just bear with. And lastly, I just want to say, I don't know why with future spouse readings, it doesn't happen so much with like other love readings, it's specifically future spouse, but I usually get a lot of frustration and anger on these readings. I don't know why. So I just want to run home with these readings. They are general readings. I'm tapping into the energy, bringing what I can through. If a message doesn't resonate, then that message is just not for you. And if the reading genuinely doesn't resonate, then it's just not your reading. Or if you're new to the channel, I could just not be your reader. That's it. It's as simple as that. So please bear that in mind, because for some reason I always get pushed back with these readings. I don't know if it's the demographic or this topic can sometimes be triggering, I don't know. But yeah, let's get in. So pile number one, these are new, so I've forgotten the names. So we're just gonna call this crystal number one. I will have the name of it next time. But yeah, this is number one, crystal number one, pile one. Pile number two, we have the selenite bar. Pile number three, we have the bumblebee jasper. And then pile number four, we have crystal number four. Again, I've forgotten its name. I'll have it next time. It's like a really long name. But that's what we have for pile number four. So see which crystal you are drawn to. The timestamps are going to be in the description box as usual. And I will see you guys at your timestamps. Hey pile one, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at your future spouse. So we're going to take a look at personalities, characteristics, and just basically anything that comes through that you may need to know about your future spouse. So you guys chose this crystal. I'm going to start with tarot and then we will move into your oracle cards. So let's go. Pile number one, please. I feel like this person, either they're going to have a familiar face and they're going to remind you of someone, or this is somebody you may have been aware of when you were young, like maybe in school when you were younger, maybe you went to college and you met them, and maybe you may have thought that they were attractive, or you may have just been super aware of their face, or maybe just energy stood out. I don't see you and this person really speaking much. It's almost like there's like a shine over you energetically, like, so I know who you are, I'm aware of you, or I remember that face, but nothing would have happened. It could also be that, you know, you're more so looking at them and thinking, I know you from somewhere, and later on you make a connection like, oh, we went to the same college, we went to the same school, oh, we worked the same job, but you were in this department and I was on this department. There's something like that that's like a link from earlier on, but it could also be that they remind you of somebody from the past. It doesn't have to be like reminding you of an ex, it could be like an old friend or something like that. But there's something about that where you would have passed or crossed paths somehow before, but nothing would have happened. That's what I'm being shown. I keep being taken to like fields and then horses. So for some of you guys, there may be like horses as a connection. It could be from the same hometown where there was like horses, or there could be like a mascot somehow of a horse. It's just something that I'm being shown. Pile number, Prince of Swords, just like wouldn't let go of my hand. Pile number one, please, spirit guides. Pile number one's future. Like, it could be a situation. Hi, Veda. It could be a situation where like you were maybe in the same school, but then this person got transferred somewhere else. Are you scratching my sofa? What are you doing? It could be a situation where maybe you were in school with this person and they got transferred somewhere else, and then just like that, you could be in like a certain career or a certain job, and then they get transferred to your job, and it's almost like they exited and came back like in the same kind of way, because there's like a link connected like that. Pile number one, please. Pile number one. Pile number one's future spouse. Pile number one's future spouse. Oh, we have the Two of Cups. Pile number one's future spouse. This is somebody that energetically you had to grow into. So if you would have met them before, nothing would have worked, because the type of needs that you would have understood within yourself, or the type of person that you are when it's time for this connection to come in, you had to grow into that person. So some of you guys may have taken a time out before meeting this person and really got to know yourselves. Some of you could have done a lot of untangling of like old karmic wounds and energies, so you could have been doing a lot of releasing before this person came in, or just through other relationships and other connections you may have grown as a person that would have made you ready for this person. I feel like there's a lot of growth that would have happened that put you in alignment with this person, because I think you would never have recognized them earlier on before, when you would have met them before, or when you would have seen them before, or even if you haven't met them, they just remind you of someone. That energy wouldn't have appealed to you before. You had to grow into that. It's almost like I'm making space for you to step into the energy. So for some of you guys, you know, you could have cleared a lot of energetic like internal wounds for this person to come in and decided, I like this in a relationship, this is the type of thing that I want. And that's when you would have seen this person. Before, you would have been a little bit, it's almost like I've got shutters over my eyes. The type of person this person is doesn't appeal to me in the past. So this, I don't feel this is somebody you would have met earlier on in life, or you know, you could meet them earlier on in life, you just did a lot of healing very early on, but I think there's a level of emotional maturity you would reach before meeting this person, or if you've already met them, there's a certain emotional maturity that would have been reached for this person to come in, because they wouldn't have appealed to you before. There's showing me an energy before where it just wouldn't have, you wouldn't have liked this person, or you wouldn't have even been attracted to this person or what it is they had to offer, or I'm being told like soul subject. So I mean, this person does feel very deep emotionally, so this person could be like a giver and somebody that likes to give a lot of love, and for you maybe in the past that may have triggered you might not have been ready for it. So I do feel like there's a level of prep and energetically which would allow you to grow into who you need to be for this person, and vice versa with them too. But yeah, pile number, I'm hearing that song by Clean Bandit, I just want to be part of your symphony when you hold me tight and don't let go. It's called Symphony, I think. I may be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Pile one's future spouse, please. I do feel this person's going to be quite old school. Like I see them listening to a lot of old kind of music. I'm thinking of like, you know, like classical music. I'm thinking of classical music and like the rhythms of that. I'm thinking of as well like Frank Sinatra and people like that. That's really coming through. I keep being taken as well to like older jazz music, you know. That's coming through really, really strongly. I don't know why, it feels like it's warm in my heart. So there's like a connection there. I'm not saying jazz music and all of that is old. I'm just thinking of like a certain time period. You know what I mean? That isn't fresh and new from the last 10 years or 20 years. Like that's what I'm being taken to. So there's definitely like that sort of music coming through. Frank Sinatra is really being highlighted to me as a strong, you know, musician coming through. So there's a lot of that. And I feel like, I don't know why, I just feel like this person feels very old school in their morals compared to what you would see nowadays. I do want to say that as well. They feel very traditional, you know, you could be somebody that isn't traditional at all, but I do feel like your person's very traditional. I'm thinking of like Capricorn. I'm thinking of the earth signs like Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. They may have their Venus in an earth sign, but there's almost this feeling of wanting things to be done by the book. Maybe they saw their parents do that, so I feel like they'll want to apply that with you. And considering this is your future spouse, I feel like they'll probably want to try and do that by the book in a way. Not to, I don't know, I do feel this person as well is quite fixed. So I think this person feels very like, okay, I'm set in my ways and this is how I like to do things. And maybe it's your job to come in and bring something new, or maybe you're exactly the same. I do see a lot of similarities between you and this person though. I don't know why now I'm being shown mermaids. I don't know if you like the Little Mermaids. I just keep being shown mermaids for some reason. Pile number one more card from Tower, please, Spirit Guides. Pile number 1's future spouse, the Wheel of Fortune. In the back of the deck we have the Ten of Swords. I feel like you and this person really would have lived lives before meeting, whether it's just you've both been through a lot, maybe in childhood, or you've been through a lot in your lives, maybe you're both constantly transforming or constantly building. I just feel like you're gonna have a lot of stories to tell, and they are, because there's almost this, I almost see you though, like I see you referencing an era in your life, and it's like 5 years down the line where you and this person are already married and everything, and I see you referencing an era of your life like, oh yeah, I used to do X, Y, and Z, and they're like, what? Like, and it's so far from who you are, but I feel like you would have just grown and evolved. And I feel like you're the type to either live life to the fullest, or you've just gone through so many transformations maybe internally that you've been many different people, like you've had multiple incarnations in one. So I feel like I'm almost like listening to you like tell a story of like a time period, like a life that right now I can't even see you like living, but it's, you've got a lot of like stories there. And I do feel the same with this person. I feel like your person's very I have to say it, like Capricorn energy. Like I feel like I'm building, I want to build, I want to invest, I want to build, I want the best materials. Like I don't feel your person just throws their heart around. I'm not saying they've never been in a relationship before, I don't see that. I feel like your person's a relationship person, so they could have had like very long-term partners. That's something that I'm being shown, like long-term relationships. Like they could have had maybe 3 long-term relationships before meeting you, or 2 very long-term relationships before meeting you, but I see them being very focused and moving slow and putting that energy into it and taking care of, like, you know, I'm really grafting and taking my time and I'm building something up. They feel very much that way. They feel very buildery. I don't know, they could have their own business or something like that. It's very earthy, like I'm taking my time and I'm building something. That's how their energy is coming through. I feel like you guys are the ones that are more openly emotional. I feel like your person is, when I say like displays of affection, I feel like they like to show their love like physically, doing things, taking care. So their love language may be doing little things for you or buying you things and things like that. I see a lot of that coming through because it's almost like I'm physically showing you, you know, how much I care. There's a lot of focus on that, and I really want to build something. I want to provide, like that's the vibes from your person. I feel like you and this, I also feel your person's got a very dry sense of humor, and I almost feel like I'm speaking to the point. That's an energy that's coming through as well. But I see you and this person meeting and clicking very instantly, having the same inner dialect, I want to say. Like I feel like you'll have a lot in common, but I almost feel like it's connected to what it is that I was being shown from earlier. Like you may have met earlier on, or you may be from the same school, or you had the same job at one point, or you grew up in the same hometown, so naturally you have the same type of sense of humor, or you look at life in the same type of way because of that. There's something that connects that's almost like a solid ground for you both to land on when you first start speaking and meeting. I see a lot of you meeting your person either outside or at an event where there's a lot of people. Some of you guys, it could be like a school reunion or something like that, but for a lot of you guys, it could be like an event in the hometown. It could be it could even be that you just go on holiday and you end up bumping into this person. It's like, who would have thought I would have seen you from, you know, 3rd grade, like that sort of thing. Like that's kind of how this kind of feels. It's almost like you bump into each other, and I feel like energetically you would have cleared something, or energetically something would have grown within you to make room for this person. And what I do want to say as well, there's almost like a link. Like, for example, you could be saving for a mortgage, they could be saving for a mortgage, and that happens then really swiftly. Like, it's almost like you've made moves in your lives that allow the other to fit in nicely. It could be that you have a child, they have a child. That's like a common ground as well. There's just something where there's like there's a space ready for each of you to step into, and I do feel that feels quite physical, or just in your own inner growth, you know, of what you want. There's something that's kind of built and created for the other to step into. But I see you both going the same way. So I see you both having the same morals of what you want, in regards to like your relationship, you know, your morals in regards to like marriage or having kids. You know, maybe both of you don't want kids and that's it, you know, or maybe both of you want a really big family and that's it. But that's what I'm being shown. There's definitely a lot of common ground here, and I see you both having a lot of ideas and sparking a lot of ideas off each other in regards to moving forward, because I keep seeing 2 people speaking about, oh, we could go on vacation here, or we could have this type of house, or we could, you know, I have a child and you have a child, we could go here. So there's like a lot of, I keep being shown sparks being thrown off each other. So I see a lot of like excitement and looking towards the future, and I see a lot of planning there. I think you guys hit it off quite well, and I think you guys are gonna feel very connected to each other quite early on, to be honest with you. Let's pull your oracle cards. Is there anything else about like their personality? Because I pick such building energy from their future spouse's vibes, but can you like tell me anything else? I don't know if you live somewhere where there's lots of trees, because I keep being shown trees. They could work with trees. I don't know, what are they called? Like lumberjacks, is that what they're called, where they chop wood? I don't know. I see it. I feel like your person's quite outdoorsy. I feel like I'm going on a hike, or I'm going for a walk, or I'm seeing sights. Like it's almost like I want fresh air, you know, like fresh morning air. Like that's like something really strong here. You could live somewhere where it's cold, or they could live somewhere where it's cold, but I just keep I'm hearing like fresh morning air. So I don't know, I feel like your person may be a morning person or an outdoor person, 100%. So we have separation as your first card. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Do I need to cover this? I'm gonna cover it just in case. But yeah, we have separation. Pile number 1, these spirit guides. Pile number 1's future spouse. This person's very family orientated, or they're going to be very close to like a sibling or a parent. There's a strong focus on family. I feel like they either have a very big family, or it's something that they want to build. And the family that they do have, I feel like they're very close to. We have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Pile number 1. Let me get a card. It fell over here. We have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay. And the back of the deck we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Yeah, I see you both clearing, making room for each other energetically so that you both fit. And again, I feel like if you would have met earlier on, I don't feel like it would have hit the same. There's needs. I keep with you specifically, I'm focused on needs. You getting in touch with your own inner needs and what you truly want, or what your heart truly wants, before this person comes in, because I feel like you recognize this person through, oh, this is what I want out of a person, this is what I like to maybe feel safe, I like to feel comforted, I like to, you know, I like to feel safe to somewhere to like put my emotions. And I feel like this person has that, and I feel like you understanding that within yourself is going to have you recognize this person like, okay, this is what I want, like this is what I like, and this is what I wanted. With the time apart coming in straight away, I feel like there's going to be a moment where you see each other, and then there's like a long time period where you don't. Both go through life, you both grow, you both evolve, and then when you link back up, that's where the spark and that's where the connection is, because you both would have grown into what you both needed. Beforehand, I don't think you would have both been that. Express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I feel like your person's very romantic. I just keep feeling like, how do I put this into words? It feels very for you. Like, I don't feel like this is the type of person that's like a huge people person that's going to get everybody involved, and I don't see like massive like romantic gestures. It's almost like for you, like I'm doing things tailored to you that are intimate to you. So like I said about like I was being shown like a brisk morning walk, like this feels like the type of person like if they were to set up like a proposal, or even if it's you that's doing the proposal, I see something that's tailored in regards to what they prefer. Like, you know, you're going on a morning walk and then they propose to you there because that well that you stop at means something, or that tree that you stop at means something. Like, that's how it feels. I'm very focused on you, and I don't need to prove anything to anyone. That's how this person feels. In regards to their romance, it's very tailored, and I feel like, you know, like when people give gifts and it's very tailored to somebody, like, you know, they put thought into it. That's your person. That's how they feel. I don't think they're the most talkative person in the world either. I don't think they're like the life and soul of the party. I feel like they're a lot more reserved. They seem like the type of person to like physically lay something for everyone to come on. Like, I'm gonna lay the dance floor for everyone to come and dance, or I'm gonna pour the drinks for everyone. I'm not gonna be like, you know, center stage. I don't care to be. It's not. I feel like this person might be a bit more introverted in regards to that. And then getting to know each other, I feel like there's going to be an instant click, and I think there's going to be a common ground. So again, it could be like where you both want to go in life. It could be that you both go to the gym. It could be like a hobby you both do. It could be I don't know, I'm being shown water sports. I was being shown horses at the beginning. Both of you could ride horses. There's a common ground of like a school or a hometown or something that clicks, which is like that initial kind of pathway, and then I think you both build from there and build a connection from there and get deeper from there. This person, I feel like they like to ask a lot of questions and get deep and intimate that way. I see a lot of alone time, this person wanting to get you on your own and get to know you like that and warm up to you. That's what I see. This person, I feel, takes their time, and I think that's going to make you feel very safe for you to unravel too. Yeah, so pile number, I don't want to say before I end, when this person locks in, they lock in. Like, this isn't the type of person that's just gonna like propose for the sake of it because people around them are proposing, or it's the right thing to do. I feel like this person's like, I need to feel into this, I need to take my time. And when they're locked in, because this person feels very fixed like that. So yeah, pile one, that is what I have for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed the reading. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at your future spouse. I'm going to try and focus on personality and dynamics and things like that, but of course if anything else comes up or spirit leads it a different way, we'll go there. So I'm going to start with tarot and then move into your oracle cards. You guys chose the selenite, and yeah, let's get in. So pile number 2, please, spirit guides. Pile number 2. Straight away I'm hearing Jason Derulo, The Other Side, Take Me to the Other Side. That is a song that started playing. Pile number 2, please. Pile number 2's future spouse, please, spirit guides. What can you tell me about the personality traits, the dynamics of pile number 2 and their future spouse? Pile number 2. Somebody's hair could be really curly. It could be your person. It could be yours. Pile pile number 2's future spouse. We have the Knight of Swords and the Lovers. Well, I do feel like there's going to be an instant connection, because in this song, the other side, I'm sure he says something like sparks fly like the 4th of July or something like that, and we have like little lightning bolts here, and the Knight of Swords, you know, he's rushing like super fast, so I feel like there's going to be an instant connection here. The Lovers, you know, can be quite an intense card as well, so I do feel that there's going to be a lot of passion in this relationship, and I do feel there's going to be like an instant boom connection here, just based off of this straight away. Pile number, your person, you're never gonna have a boring time with your person. Pile number 2's future spouse. We have the Devil. I need to actually cover this up, so bear with me a second. We have the Devil. One more card, please, Spirit Guides. Pile number 2's future spouse. Pile number 2's future spouse. And we have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. On the back of the deck, we have the Sun. Okay. While I see this connection is going to be super passionate, I do feel that there are going to be wounds that come up in regards to this relationship for you guys to clear. Now, I know people don't like when I say that, but especially if we've been hurt before, or if we've been single for a really long time, when we're opening up to love, there are going to be parts of ourselves that we've never had touched before. There's going to be parts of ourselves, you know, that are going to be a little bit fearful, and that's very natural and normal when we get into relationships, to have these fears and to have little wounds come up. And what we do is we feel into them and we allow them to pass, and that's what I see with you guys and this person. That I just see you're gonna feel a connection quite quickly that I feel like you might be a bit like, oh god, because the person that's your future spouse, they feel very fiery, so they feel very Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm hearing Justin Bieber song, Somebody to Love. I just need somebody to love. So this person feels somebody that has a lot of love to give, and I feel like they're going to be very giving. And I think they're going to maybe even shock you with how vocal they are with maybe their feelings. So they could let you know straight away, I'm interested in you. Or they could, you know, maybe ask you questions that no one's asked you before, and you're like, oh god, you're touching on parts of myself I don't think I've even tapped into before, and I feel a bit wow, because this person's going to really want to get to know you and get quite deep like that. I see this person talking a lot, so they could have a lot of Gemini in there. Gemini and Virgo, I just see a lot of Mercury, but I'm going to say air signs as well, so Aquarius and Libra. This person is going to want to know a lot about you. This person feels very intrigued by you. And you may be thinking, oh, I don't think I'm that intriguing. No, this person's, I don't know if it's something you do, or it could just be you in general. It could be your type of like personality. This person's almost going to want to pick your brain. I'm almost like looking to you, and I like what you're saying. You're going to have a very good mental connection in regards to, like, I see you both speaking a lot, like talking a lot. This person's definitely going to bring you out of your shell, but I think, you know, there may be parts of you that you find comfortable keeping in your shell without realizing it. I don't think you're going to realize this person's going to be like, oh, that part of your shell, let's talk about that, and you're like, whoa, no one's asked me about that. Don't want to get that deep. And I think that's where some nerves are going to come in. And I do feel like when I say at the beginning of the relationship, it's not the marriage, it's the relationship, I do feel there may be a little bit of a wobble in regards to you guys maybe wanting to like hide back in your shell, or just let's slow this down. Or there may be feelings of like, oh, I don't know, like, I'm not saying self-sabotage, but there may just be feelings of like, do you know what, maybe I should just stay single for a bit. Do you know what, maybe I'm not ready. And it's going to come as these feelings come up, and they're coming up to be released, so they're gone, or so that you can have a hold over them, so they're not controlling you, you control them. And I think that's going to make way for this relationship to blossom even more. But I do think that is something that's going to happen at the beginning, where there's going to be some fears cropping up, because I think that maybe it could be that you've been single for some time, or it could be there's just parts of you you've never opened up about before. And I think that this person, I keep warming you up. Like, the way I'm being described with this person coming in, it's almost like they're a big sun, right? And then they're kind of going around you and they're warming you up. So think of like when a kettle boils and then the smoke comes up and the tea starts to bubble. That's kind of how you guys are going to feel. But I feel like there's the way that energy is represented to me, it's a lot of love, it's a lot of warmth being held for you. And I think that that may just touch some like insecurities or fears, and I see them kind of bubbling out. I see you openly speaking about these feelings and stuff with your person. Your person seems very like, as much as this person, I feel like they talk so much, I feel like they're really good listeners, because I feel very, their energy, I feel curious about you, and I want to listen, and I want to hear, like, I almost feel like I'm strengthening my bond with you as you tell me things that when I tap into you, I feel like energetically I'm moving something out of me. So I almost feel like maybe I'm crying or I'm releasing. And when I tap into your person, I keep seeing that, like, the heart chakra energy kind of expanding a little bit. Like, and I keep being shown two hands, like, locking. I'm thinking of Harry Potter when Severus Snape and Narcissa, they do an unbreakable bond, and they kind of hold each other's hand like this, and they make like a bond. And that's, I don't know if your person likes Harry Potter or you do, but that's how I feel, like we're making an unbreakable bond here. Like, this is like, we're getting intimate here, and I feel like that's what this person likes to do. I think on first look with your future spouse, I think they kind of may come across as somebody that's, very lighthearted, very like, I'm going to be your cheerleader, I'm going to give a lot to you, like, I've got a lot of love to give, I'm very romantic. And even you may look at it like, this person's just saying things, or this person's just like, when you think of the sun, sometimes you think, lighthearted, like performer energy. But this person's actually very deep, and this person likes to get very intimately deep. And I think that you are going to meet that version of them when you show them them parts, those parts of you. And there's a lot of like both of you, I see a lot of talking and listening to each other, and a lot of deep conversations. And I think when you first meet this person, you might think it's quite lighthearted. So it's like, I'm going to spend time with this person, they're very lighthearted, they're asking me like cute little things, and then all of a sudden they're just asking the most deepest question ever, and you're like, whoa, did not expect the conversation to go there. But I feel like it starts to kind of seep out of you, so there's a deep bond that happens quite quickly. But like I said, when you realize that depth is there, and this person starts to reach your depths, that is where there may be a little bit of a wobble at first, but I see, you guys kind of speaking about it, talking about it, letting these feelings out or fears out. And that's where I feel like something's cementing itself. I keep being shown the rose growing through the concrete, so that's where something comes through. And I feel like that may be a barrier that a lot of people find it hard to meet with you, because I think that you guys are very, very deep souls. And maybe people have had the same projection onto you. You could be like a very sunny person and a very giving person, and people thought, it's just lighthearted, but really you have a lot of depth, but people didn't think to see it. And I feel like this person's going to quite see that within you quite early on, because I see them tapping into it quite early on, and I think that's going to take you back a little bit, to be honest with you. This person's definitely very charismatic. I feel like this person's a people person. I feel like if you were to go to events with this person, or you were with a family with this person, this is the person that's going to lead the conversation. They're good at bringing people out of their shell. They ask questions, and it's not like I feel like they genuinely are curious. It's, like you could look at it and think, they're just asking those questions because they're a people person. But I see this person very curious and like, no, I genuinely want to know. No, I genuinely want to know this. I'm asking this because I genuinely want to know. And I think that helps people come out of their shell and has them converse with this person back, which is where this person then looks like a people person, and they are really. I think they're good with getting, they feel like motivational speakers, like therapists, or they're really good at making people feel at ease and at home. So especially because I don't know, some of you guys may have a family member that's hard to crack. I feel like this person's gonna crack that person, like, and get in their good books. So if you do have like a stern you know, parent or sibling, or family member that's very protective. I feel like this person's gonna go down a treat with this person, to be honest. They're quite good at that, to be honest with you. I see this person definitely being a character. They could have like a fire rising, so they could have Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo rising. I'm also being told they could have the Sun or Mars in their first house. That's something I'm being shown as well. Very extroverted, lots of energy. I feel like this person may be quite loud. They could sing a lot. That very like it's almost like not like I like to make a scene in a bad way, but it's almost like life short, let's have fun, like let's just have fun. There's a TV program in the UK called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. It's on at the moment, and there's a guy in there called Sam Thompson, and he is like a ray of sunshine, and I keep thinking of him when I'm thinking of this type of energy. Like, he's in the camp, they don't have a lot of food, they're doing all grisly tasks, and he's like full of beans, and he's just happy, and he's like the light in the camp sort of thing. He's making very good TV as well, and he seems very pure, and if I had to describe that energy, it would be as the guy Sam Thompson, if you want to look him up. But he, yeah, it doesn't matter the gender either. I'm just thinking of somebody, and that's what's coming through. But I do feel like this person has a lot of light and a lot of energy. Very curious. This person feels very curious. I feel like this person's going to spot you straight away. I feel like this person's going to let it be known to you. Oh, by the way, I find you attractive. I feel like this person's going to be very vocal. Like, whether it's them asking you on dates or you're asking them on dates, it's very like forthcoming, like, yeah, very straightforward, like, we should do this, we should do that. And I'm asking you questions. I don't know if you wear, somebody here may wear like a bracelet or a necklace or a piece of jewelry that has meaning. I see somebody like, what's that for? What does it mean? Or what does that say? Or you could have tattoos that have meaning. It's like, what does that mean? Let me know your story. Like, I want to know these things, and I want to go deep into that. Yeah. Anything else about like I feel like this person's coming in as well to like get you out of your shell, to help you, how do I put this into words, to help you shine unapologetically, because you shine, but there's almost this feeling like, I want to stay in my shell, or there's aspects I want to like keep in my shell, and this person's coming in to kind of cheerlead you, like, no, F the shell, I'll be the shell, don't worry, like, just shine. And you should shine. Like, that's how this person, I feel like before this person you may have some wounds of like, do I deserve this? Do I deserve this type of energy? Do I deserve this being given back? Is this something that I deserve? Is this something I should be having? And I think this person's coming in to show you like, yeah, you do, because you give this out, so you should have it back. Because I think that you naturally give a lot of energy out, and this person's coming to be like, yeah, you can have it back too. You're deserving of it back. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. Pile number 2. This person's very protective over you, and I feel like this is somebody that would defend your name. You know how sometimes people may not feel comfortable to stand up for someone and may just stay quiet? That's not this person. I feel like this person's very open about how they feel. Sometimes may get a bit hot-headed, I'm not gonna lie, but there's this feeling of like, when I feel something, I'm just gonna say it. I'm very in touch with my emotions and what I feel, like, I'm just gonna do. So if I hear somebody say something about you, like, I'm gonna jump up and put that right, like, that's not right, you're not gonna say that, or you're not gonna do that. Like, very protective in that way. I feel like they defend your name a lot if they needed to. Very protective. Let me just get, okay. Oh, of course we have wedding. This situation involves marriage. I mean, it's the point of the reading, but just if you wanted double confirmation. I feel like this person as well is going to be very vocal straight away, like, I'm going to marry you, or we're going to get married, or what, this is the type of wedding we're going to have. Like, this is, they're going to be very open like that. This person feels very pure like that. Pile number 2 is future spouse. Pay attention to the red flags, the signs are cautioning you. And that's going straight over the Lovers and the Devil. I would say to move slowly in this connection. Your person's going to want to do things their way because it's worked for them, but maybe their way and what works for them in the past may not have worked for you. So if you need to slow it down, if you need to take a step back, if you need to be vocal about like, these are my boundaries, I don't want to rush in, or I don't want it to go too fast, or I just need to take my time, or I'm not ready to go too deep, you do have that voice, you can say that. And I would say to pay attention to your own energy stepping into this. I don't see you losing yourself in this situation, but I see you fear in losing yourself in this situation. And that's where I want to say, like, remember your voice, because I feel like this connection's meant to move slower, and I think you're gonna be the one to vocalize that. And I think this is going to be like a learning curve as well of you guys. Like, I need to vocalize that I need to take it slow because of this, or I need to vocalize that I want to take my time because of this. And I see you getting in touch with then those fears of like, I don't just want to rush into this. I don't just want to open up straight away. I need to take my time. I see you guys thinking that and putting that in, and that's where I see this bond get stronger. But don't feel rushed into anything, because I do see that you and this person are quite polar opposite like that, and you're meant to meet in the middle. So just remember that, you know, because this person's a strong character, and while I do see you are a strong character, I just feel like because you feel very like energy, like I tap into energy, I feel like you can be led sometimes by others' energy, because it's like I'm taking on that frequency, and I want to almost reference for you to like hold on to your own frequency, and is this genuinely what I want to do? Let me just take my time, let me think. I think that's going to create the balance here, to be honest with you. Pile number, heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I mean, that's where I see this connection deepening, when you start to be like, this is a part of me that I want to unravel with time. This is where I have maybe a wound. This is how I'm feeling. Let me take my time. I feel like that's where the intimacy starts to rush in, and that's why something solidifies as something deeper when you bring your frequency, hold your frequency, and are like, this is what I like. I need to move slow. I need to focus on this. I'm worried about this. I'm scared of this. I feel like that's where both of your energies then are going to blend. There's almost a fear at the beginning, like, I don't want to get carried away, because this person's definitely like a fireball, and I think this is your moment to solidify your energy, and I feel like that's where this person starts to tailor to your energy and take their time with you too, because they're very attentive is what I want to say. And then we have at the back of the deck, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. With release your ex at the back of the deck, like I said, there may be wounds and fears that come up, and I think they could be connected to a past relationship. You know, you could have had somebody similar to this energy in the past, where they were maybe, you know, very vocal or very fiery, and those fears could come in where like, oh, I could lose myself like I did before. And I feel like this connection is going to allow you to move differently, hold a frequency, and take your time. And I think that's where this energy is going to bloom. But I see you almost like looking at this connection, like this person maybe reminds me of somebody from the past, or there's characteristics, or what if this relationship ends up like that situation? And I think that may play on your mind. Like, you could be completely over it and feel like, I'm over that situation and that person. But I feel like when this person comes in, there may be some fears like that come up that you completely forgot about, connected to a past relationship, and that's what's coming in to be flushed before this connection further progresses. And that's what I was on about, where there may feel like there's a little bit of a wobble, but there's things that just need to be released, because you're not the same person as you were in your past connection, and this isn't the same person. So yeah, pile number 2, that is what I have for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed the reading. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you guys are watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey Pal 3, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at your future spouse, the energies and dynamics and personality traits of your future spouse. So you guys chose the Bumblebee Jasper. I'm going to start with tarot and then we're going to move on to your oracle card. So let's get in. Okay. Pile number 4, please. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3, the Bumblebee Jasper pile. I have a mark on my table because my cat Veda loves to sleep here when I'm not here, and the mark, it doesn't look like it now, but when I first just looked at it then, it looked like the third eye symbol. So I feel like this connection with your person may be a very deep psychic kind of bond. There could be a psychic connection here. One or two of you may be psychic and have like premonitions or visions or be super aware before this person comes in. And I keep being shown a braid. It looks like, do you know what it looks like? It looks like the DNA strand. So I feel like you may be from the same soul family, or you could have just been woven into each other's lives before, meaning you could have had a lot of lifetimes together, which is probably where that psychic link comes in. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3. Pile number 3's future spouse. Pile number 3's Bumblebee Jasper future spouse. Pile number 3's future spouse. I feel like either you or your person has a lot of tattoos. Of course, if you really don't like tattoos, then just don't, you don't have to take that. But I just got shown somebody with tattoos over their arms. Could be that you both connect with Syrian energies, star energies. Pile number 3. 3 of Cups. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3's future spouse. I'm picking up some Aquarius here. 5 of Cups reversed. And one more card, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3's future spouse. What have we got? 2 of Cups. Lovely stuff. Well, there's definitely a deep emotional connection here. We have 3 cups so far. Queen of Swords as well at the back of the deck. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely going to be, I just kept being shown butterflies. So it could be that you and this person go through a very deep transformation before meeting. It could be that you and this person are going through an ascension or some type of shift before meeting. I feel like you and your person usually get a lot of messages from spirit. To be honest, I feel like you're both open to spirit, to be honest with you, to a degree, or you're just both open to like messages that come through, or you're both very intuitive. But I just keep being shown a lot of physical references that there's a union of sorts coming in, not just from butterflies, but I just keep being shown certain insects. I keep being shown like a sign, like a literal sign, you know, like a stop sign, something like that, where somebody may see something like that and it's like, oh, that's a sign for me, like that stood out to me. Or it could be like a song that you've asked spirit to give you and then that song starts to play. There's just something about that coming through. A lot of messages, because I keep being shown the birds from Cinderella helping her out and helping, you know, open the window and stuff to like get her outside and get the other people to know that she's there with, you know, for the shoe to fit and all that. So yeah, I see a lot of that. I see a lot of outside influence from the like spirit, the universe, and animals. For some reason that's coming through really strongly. Now I feel for a lot of you guys, you're either going to meet through work or you're going to meet through some sort of retreat. There's definitely going to be something that you have in common that you both align with. You could meet through friends. I just keep being shown like a bunch of people. Like you could start a course and this person could be on the course. You could go to a wedding, this person's at the wedding. Like you could be very close to the bride, they could be very close to the groom, vice versa. They could be families of, you know, one side, you could be families of another side, you know, it could be something like that, I don't know, or related, you know, connected to in some way. But yeah, that's just something that's coming through. So I feel like you're going to meet in like a social set and you're going to meet where there's people around. That's one thing that I want to say straight away. There's a heart expansion I'm feeling, and I feel like this person's gonna come in as a result of that, or you and this person meeting may trigger some sort of expansion in your heart space. So I feel like you may start, when this person sees energetically before it's even physical, before this person comes in, you may start to feel very romantic in ways you haven't before. You may start listening to really romantic music and you weren't that type of person. You could be just getting in touch with things, like you could have been somebody that was single for a while, and you know, all the holidays and stuff, you just look at it like a single event, like you just turn up by yourself, and then all of a sudden you're like me and somebody else, like Christmas with somebody else, like, and thinking of all those things. It's like, where's that coming from? And I feel like it's almost energetically, and you'll probably do this anyway before manifestations come in or career, you know, shifts come in. Your energy preps for it before it happens. So I think that's going to happen for a lot of you guys, where you're almost prepping for it and feeling that there's somebody there. You know how when people are pregnant and they say, oh, I'm eating for two? It's kind of like that. Like, I kind of feel like you're almost prepping for somebody else to kind of be there energetically. There's something connected to, I don't know if you live where there's hot weather, or you could go on a vacation and meet this person, or it could be like you meet this person like near the beach or something like that. There's something about that coming through. Or this person could live somewhere where it's like really, really hot. I don't know why I just shared Antigua. That just came to my mind. I just shared Morocco as well. And the birds just went tweet, 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 like quite strongly then, so there may be like a significance there. I keep being shown an anchor as well, so that could play into it. You could, I don't know why I'm thinking of the Caribbean, like the Caribbean, like Pirates of the Caribbean with the anchor. We say Caribbean, I know it's most people say Caribbean, I think it is Caribbean, but we say Caribbean over here. But yeah, I keep being shown an anchor, so there could be like a connection there. I see you and this person really, really clicking, but I'm not gonna lie, you're very clued on to, I want to say, life's mysteries. There could be something you're really intelligent with. It could be connected to spirit. It doesn't have to be. It could be like old philosophies, or you could be somebody that just has a lot of knowledge. And I feel like this person does too, because I see like a situation where like somebody says something and then somebody finishes the sentence off, and it's like, oh, touche. Like, I'm hearing something like that, like, did you know? And then you're like, yeah, no, I actually did know that. And did you know? And you add like an extra bit of information. It's like, oh, okay. Like, it's kind of like something like that. So whatever it is you're good at, whatever it is you have a lot of knowledge on, it could even be like something so random that isn't even connected to your career. Like, you could have the most knowledge on Iceland. I don't know why Iceland's coming up. Like, you could know everything about Iceland, and then randomly Iceland gets brought up, and this person's like, did you know in Iceland there's this, and you're like, yeah, I did actually. So there's something about that where it's almost like, oh, touche, like, you know this and I know this. I think you're both very intelligent. I'm picking up a lot of like ninth house energy, Sagittarius energy, really, really strongly. And I just feel like you kind of feel one and the same, kind of like two peas in a pod. I think there's going to be an instant friendship, first of all, because I think that you're going to like to spend time with this person. I see you having a lot in common, like what you like to do, they like to do. So like, you could be somebody that likes to travel, maybe they like to travel, or you could be somebody that loves to like play Mario Kart. You know, it could be as simple as that, and they're like, I love Mario Kart, but like no one else around you wants to play it, and you're like, oh, boring. But then this person wants to, so there's something about that where you click. I don't know why I'm being shown a set of keys. I feel like some of you guys may meet this person on a vacation or something like that, because I see somebody opening up something with keys. Like, I'm being shown like 2 jet skis and somebody having the keys for it, or like a hut or like a room and somebody having keys for it. Or you could like travel somewhere alone and they could, and it's like, you've got a room there, they've got a room there. I don't know. It doesn't have to be traveling that you meet them. It's just something I'm thinking of. Because I feel like you may meet them on like a day out or something. Like, you know, it could be like a hen do or like a stag party, and you all go and do paintballing, or you all go quad biking, and this person like owns that place, or is head of that place, or is taking you around, you know? So there's something like that coming through where you may meet them there, or it could be you both are on that event of like a stag party or a hen do, or, you know, a birthday party, or it could even be something so little like somebody's baby shower, you know? And it could be something like that where you're all there, or somebody's engagement party. That's where it is. There's people around, and that's what puts you together. And then you both kind of, I feel like you impress each other with knowledge, and I feel like you both like to do the same things. So it's like, well, naturally, if you love to go dirt biking, I'm going to invite you because I do it all the time, and you say no one wants to do it with you. Like there's some sort of leeway in that way. I love going to the gym but no one comes with me. I'll go to the gym with you. It could be so little like that. I love playing Animal Crossing. No one wants to play Animal Crossing with me. I love Animal Crossing. As simple as that, you know? And I think both of you will be, it almost feels like a long time coming, because you both slip in very well. It feels very like a nice, smooth, like we're slipping in, energetically. And I feel like both of you may have had relationships before, but felt like something was missing, or like you felt like it didn't go deep enough, or there was just like a lot of differences that you didn't fully feel seen. And I feel like with this person, I feel like you're both gonna feel very, very seen. There's something about the sea. I feel like you either live by the sea, or you meet by the sea, or there's an event by the sea, because I keep, like, you know that smell of like salt water by the beach? Like I keep smelling that. But again, it could just be that somebody's from somewhere where there's like a lot of beaches around. And again, it doesn't have to be like the Caribbean. It doesn't have to be you know, even like an Australian beach. It could be a Welsh beach. We have nice beaches here, you know. I know Cornwall, I've heard they've got nice beaches, you know, like I don't know where other beaches are, but like it doesn't have to be, you know, like a specific place like the Caribbean or something like that. It could be like around the corner from you, and you already live by a beach, you know what I mean? Like I'm thinking of places that are around the corner. I want to say where I live, but I try to keep that a little bit hidden, just, you know, because there's some scary people out there. But, you know, you could be on one English beach and somebody else could be on another beach. Like somebody could be from Brighton, and then somebody could be from like the beach down the road, you know? It could be as little as that, or it could be like one of you's, again, maybe from Iceland. Iceland keeps popping up, and then some of you's from again, I hear Antigua, so somebody's from there. So it could be that, but there's either sea in the middle of you, or you both connect to the sea and have lived by the sea. Yeah, that's just there's something about the beach and the ocean and the water that's so strong in this pile. I do feel like you and this person are gonna have kids, just because we've got the Ten of Pentacles here. There's 2 children here, and if you are open to having children, I do feel that you will. I want to say, with the children holding the rose, I feel like you're going to pass down certain psychic gifts to your children. So if you are somebody that's very clairvoyant, I feel like that's going to come in super, super strong with your children. I just realized I was talking about keys, and there's a key on this card. Keys may be significant for something. Keys may be significant. But with the kids holding the flower, I kind of just feel like both of you could have maybe done a lot of healing, so you pass down the healing to your children. Both of you could have the same psychic gift. You pass that down even stronger to your child, and so on and so on. So there's something about that. But yeah, I was being shown the DNA strand. So I feel like maybe the reason you meet, as well as obviously the marriage, future spouse, I feel like there's a purpose for you two to mix your bloodlines, to bring you know, children through with certain psychic gifts or certain energies healed. I feel like you both, it's almost like when I'm looking at it energetically, it's like, well, of course that seed needs to go into that soil. I know that sounds messed up, but like that was the right conditions for that flower to come through, you know? It had to go that way. That was always going to happen, you know? So there's a psychic link because of that, I think, as well. It's almost, I know it sounds like very like out there, but it's just what my brain's making sense of it with. In actually, it's kind of a bit messed up. Twilight, when Jacob really, really loved Bella, but he actually loved her daughter who wasn't even born. Now thinking of it, that's very messed up. I still think about that because she was a child and he imprinted on her, and that was a bit messed up. But there was a psychic, you know, I'm just talking about the psychic link here. So it's almost like there's a psychic link before meeting, because you know that was always meant to happen. Akashic records, I feel you guys in my psychic pile, to be honest. And then it's almost like, well, this was always meant to happen because we were always going to bring through, you know, maybe a child. And if you do not want to have children and you're like, that message isn't for me, it could be you're meant to birth a project in this lifetime, like a career path in this lifetime, or you're meant to link together to seed knowledge through to people. It doesn't have to be a child if that's not something that you want, or you're not open to, or you can't have that. It could be in another way. But that's definitely something that's coming through. You're meant to seed something here. 100%. This person's gonna think you're very witty, very what's the word, like a witty humor, like a quick humor, like I can't get one over on this person, they're quick, like your mind's very quick, you notice things very quickly. And I see your person being like, oh, I've met my match, sort of thing. Like, this is my match. I've met my match. Like, here we go. Because your brain just feels very like boom, boom, boom. And this person's is too. And maybe you're both used to being like a leader of some sort, or knowing certain things, and it's just you. And then the other one comes in and it's like, oh, did you know? It's like, yeah, I did. And did you know this? Like, I see a lot of that. Which is quite... I almost want to laugh. It's like, oh, okay. Competition. I feel like there's going to be a healthy competition in this marriage as well. In like a good way. Like, I see you both being very competitive. Like, if you were to do like a sport sort of thing, I feel like you'd be very competitive. Like that. Yeah. Like, we're doing it my way. No, we're doing it my way. And then it's like, okay, well, the first one to get this gets it their way. And I see you both being very competitive like that. Pile number... Ooh, we have very soon. Very soon. So you could be meeting this person soon. You could be watching this and be like, I know who this person is. I've already met them. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Ooh. So, yeah, do you know what? I would say maybe you guys, this person is a bit more imminent, a bit more closer than the other paths that I've done so far. It, for you guys, was never about, oh, I'll have this amount of money, or I'll have this. It was never really about that. It was always about, like, when it's time, like, energy, when it's time. It's like we're baking a cake when it's time. It's coming in when it's time, you know, like that sort of thing. But I feel like yours is quite close. Because I will say about you guys' energy, you feel very clear. Like clear water. And by that I mean, I don't think there's much anchoring you and holding you to anything old. I think you've released a lot of the old, and you feel very open to the new without a worry, like without a strong, like, oh, is this going to end up this way? Is this going to end up that way? You feel, let's just go with the flow, see what happens. And I think that's what's bringing this person in. And I think that's why it feels pretty close. It could also be with very soon that you get married quite quickly after meeting. It could be that as well. But obviously take what resonates, especially if you've been feeling energetically like someone's about. You could feel it in your bones. Yeah. Pile number... Pile number... 3. Let me know if I've done alright, because I have not been feeling good the past couple of, I was gonna say days, but it's been over a week now. Express your love. Go ahead and make your romantic gesture. Okay. And then we have released your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. See, I felt like you guys were really clear. I feel like this person was gonna come in once you were clearing certain wounds from the past. I feel like you would have gone through maybe like a karmic period where you had certain things triggered, and then it's like, all right, let me chill and just clear this. And then once it was cleared, it's like, all right, now I'm open. Or if it's meant to come in, it will, like that sort of vibe. And with express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I feel like your person, there is a comfortable like feeling here. Like I feel like you two will have like very comfortable silences. I just see a lot of comfortability very early on. You know how sometimes you work for that, like as time goes on you start to feel more comfortable and you start to be fine in each other's presence without speaking, and that happens as time goes on. It's almost instant with this person. It's like, oh well, there you are. Oh well, this makes sense. Oh well, I love playing Super Mario Party, and so do you. Let's just do it. Like it's kind of like BFFs. Honestly, that's how it feels. It feels like best friends quite quickly. And there's a very beautiful friendship that's going to establish before anything goes deeper. And I think it'll naturally go deeper, the way it needs to. But I think that there's going to be like a comfortability of, when you meet someone and they're part of your soul family. I'm sure you have. I always talk about my friend Nye when I say that, because she's just another version of me. And I just see that with you guys. Like this is like, even if we didn't see each other for 6 weeks, it's there, it's clicking. So it's like we haven't seen each other for 4 lives, but we're clicking. Like no time has passed. Like that's how it feels, It's like, oh, there you are, that type of vibe. And then we have chemistry. There is a strong magnetic attraction here. Yeah. Straight away, I feel like you're gonna click. I feel like I see like, ooh, touche. Like there's gonna be a moment when you meet where it's like there's gonna be a bit of banter or a bit of like, oh, I've met my match. There's something that's gonna be said, or did you know? Yeah, I do. Like there's gonna be something like that, or like I don't know why I'm being shown Pac-Man now. I don't know why I'm being shown that. It's like my score on Pac-Man is this, and you're like, well, mine is this. It's like, where did you come from? How would you, like, I'm so good at this, how would you be good at this? Like no one even knows about this. Like how would you know that? Like where would you get that from? So there's something like that that's gonna happen straight away. Keep an eye out for the beach. Keep an eye out for a set of keys. And keep an eye out for animals and insects coming to you and letting you know what's up. Because I feel like Spirit's going to let you know quite quickly on. Or there could be like a moment where you meet this person and then like a dolphin just randomly jumps out of the water. Or like somebody drops their keys in front of you. Like there's something like that where it's like, oh, okay, we're on to something. I knew this would happen. Like that's kind of the vibe here. But yeah, pile number 3, that is what I have for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed your reading. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you guys are watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey Palfo, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at your next relationship, but it's your future spouse. But considering I said that, I feel like your next relationship may be who you marry, because I didn't make that error in the other piles. So I feel like your next relationship will be that. Or if you're in a relationship right now, I feel like it's going to be the one that you marry, to be honest. Okay, let's get in. Pile number 4, please spirit guides, tap me into the collective of my pile number 4s. I don't know if you live somewhere where there's a lot of snow and ice, or they do, or one of you like originates from there, like that's where you grew up, that's where you were born, you could have like ancestors there. I just keep being shown somewhere where there's lots of ice, and I'm thinking of like, because I keep being shown like polar bears and reindeers. It could be that I'm just being shown that because it's like Christmassy, so you could meet around the Christmas time or the winter period. Again, the winter period is going to be different in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, but whenever that is for you. Or it could just be like a Christmas period, or one of you originate somewhere where there's like a lot of ice or snow, or something like that. Could meet them on a trip somewhere as well where there's a lot of ice and snow. Pile number 4, please spirit guides. Pile number 4's future spouse. I know this is random, but I feel like your future spouse may read a lot, or they may need glasses to read. I'm seeing somebody pull glasses out and read something. So yeah, pile number, I was gonna make a joke because like Father Christmas, he has glasses, and I was thinking, oh my god, like cold weather, North Pole glasses. it's Santa. Like, that's what I was gonna think in my head. I don't know. You may meet this person around Christmas time for me to think that, though. Or who knows? Father Christmas may be your future spouse. Pile number 4. Pile number 4's future spouse, please. Spirit guides, what can you tell me about pile number 4's? King of Wands. Okay. Pile number 4's. This person feels very business-minded. Very business-minded. I feel like they may like run a specific business, or they may be quite high up. They feel very serious about like their money or their career. That's like a really strong focus that I'm getting. Like, I see my head like bursting with ideas, like we can do this, I can do this. So I feel like this person's very, very career focused. Very much so. 9 of Wands. Pile number 4, please, spirit guides. Pile number 4's future spouse. We have the 8 of Swords. Pile number 4's. You may have to move a lot with this person, or you may have to travel a lot, or before maybe even they meet you, they could have traveled a lot or moved a lot. I'm thinking of like, I'm looking at the eagle on top of the 8 of Swords, but I was just like literally being shown like somebody may be feeling like they have to be on the go, or this person could have like a lot of business trips. Like it could be a situation like that where they have to like travel, go on a business trip, come back. Like it could be something like that. Pile number, it could be long distance for a little while, or maybe in the beginning it could be long distance. That's just one thing I'm picking up here, because I'm thinking of the things flying, like the eagle, and then we've got the little unicorn, like we're flying over something. So, and you know who flies over things? Santa Claus. I don't think it's him, obviously, but we've just got a lot of flying over. Yeah, no, I do feel... That's so funny though. Yeah, no, I do feel like this person may have a job that requires them to move about a lot, or you know, you may have moments where it's like long distance, where they have to like travel, they have to have like business meetings in certain places and things like that. Because I'm thinking of Friends, when Chandler has to go to, I don't know where he needs to go, but he needs to go somewhere. He has to fly somewhere and stay working somewhere away from the other cast members for a little while. So there's a kind of feeling of that, especially at the beginning, where this person's gonna like be with you, but then have to like leave to head somewhere and go somewhere and then come back. So there's gonna be that. Just because I feel like this person's business or their career is just like a very big focus, and I feel like it does, especially at the beginning. I want to say the beginning, because I feel like before you meet this person, I feel like that may be like just one very big focus. So I feel like the way they're looking at it, at life or their career, it's almost like, oh, well, I'm just going to keep traveling. It suits me very well. But I feel like once they meet you, it's probably like, you know what? I'd rather be at home with this person, or I'd rather be here. So I feel like that's where things might slow down a little bit. I still see them having to like fly somewhere or head somewhere, but it doesn't feel as like aggressive in the beginning. Like I feel like in the beginning, I'm not saying it's not going to be a relationship in the beginning. It's just going to take its time to like develop, while this person is just very, very focused on business or career. And I feel like they may start to through the connection with you, and I think that may be why you meet, because I feel like this person, it's almost like I'm running a little bit, I'm not solidifying anything, and I feel like almost through meeting you, it's almost like you're a bit of an anchor. So it's making me look at things differently and how I want to move forward. Like it's making my priorities change, and that's where I'm starting to tailor something different. I'm starting to, you know, why don't I for like 6 months stay at home, and then for the other 6 months like I could travel X, Y, and Z, because I kind of have to. But then as time goes on, it could be like, you know what, why don't I get people to travel about for me, and why don't I stay put? Because I've kind of, there's almost this feeling of like I've earned my stripes. So I feel like this person may be very motivated by like their career when you first meet, or what they can build, or how much they can work. Like they feel very focused on that, and I feel like through the connection with you, I feel like they're gonna learn to maybe slow down and look at things differently, because I do see a lot of energy then coming into you and pouring into you. Because with the Six of Cups, I'm actually, again, it's a Christmas song. I don't know why Christmas is coming through so strongly, but there's a little mix song called The One I've Been Missing, and they basically sing about like, you know, it's Christmas time and I can't wait for my person to come home for Christmas. That's the type of song that it is, and that's what I'm hearing, The One I've Been Missing. If you want to hear it, it's called Little Mix, The One I've Been Missing. There's almost a feeling of like, oh, I really want to be home with my person, or I really want to be with this person, or I don't like that I used to love this, but I don't really care to be doing this so much now. I think my priorities have changed, and I see them making a shift. I see them making a change. And that's where I see them coming back to base. But I see at the beginning there's going to be a lot of maybe FaceTimes. There's going to be a lot of like talking on the phone. And, you know, I'm coming home on June the 17th, like for a month or two, and then I've got to go. Like it feels like that at first. And I feel like that's how it's going to progress until this person's life just feels like I want to change. I want to... Because if you look at the Six of Wands, he's here on the horse and he's trying to reach the star. So it's like, that's what I'm picking up. Like when you meet this person, I think their morals are like, let's make X amount of money, or let's get this, or let's get that. And I feel like it shifts and changes as time goes on. I feel like their lifestyle before becomes a bit of a burden, and it's like, I don't really care to be doing all of this. I've earned what I needed to. Can you tell me anything about their person, pile number 4's person, like their personality or their characteristics? Do I need to pull any more cards? Or yeah, I'm very focused on the gradual shift of, I'm very focused on my career, I'm very focused on this, to I want this instead now. I would like, you know, I can do it from here, where I can make shifts, and I feel like this connection comes in to help this person do that. We have the Lovers. Pile number 4's future spouse's personality, characteristics. I'm not being told how you meet. I feel like you wouldn't meet in the winter. We've got the snow here on the mountains as well, so there's something about the snow being, oh goodness, being a focus. Pile number 4's future spouse's personality, characteristics, 7 of Pentacles. Back of the deck we have the 8 of Wands. Ignore the hole in my top. I have a hole here. I think I burnt it with incense. I think that's what I did. 8 of Wands at the back, 4 of Wands, the Lovers, the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. I don't think this person's gonna expect to like fall for you or be super open to a relationship. I think it's gonna happen, and I think feelings are gonna be there, because I keep feeling like, yeah, I don't want to lose out on that one, like I want to secure the bag here. And I feel like that's where I feel like I'm being pulled in 2 directions, because it's like, this is what I want and I want to build with this. But I'm literally being shown the Hannah Montana movie where Miley has to go to a business meeting, but she also double books herself to go on a date, and she's rushing between the two, and in the end she's like, what is the point? What really matters? And it was the guy, I'm sure. And all is well with the guy then after that. But that's kind of how this person, I feel like before they meet you, they may be rushing a lot. And I see like a situation where it's like, I can't, like I'm rushing over here and I'm reaching the star, but then every time I'm reaching the star, there's another star to reach. And it's like, do I genuinely want to keep reaching what is actually driving me, or do I want this situation? I feel like that's where they come here, and I see something then being built, and I see them kind of tailoring something in a different way. That's really what I'm being shown. I'm not picking up too much on regards to how you necessarily meet, other than I don't think this person expected feelings to develop. I feel like you, because with the 7 of Pentacles and the heart chakra like seems very lit up, I feel like you're going to emotionally connect to this person. Like, I feel like you may even have this person think differently, like, or get them in touch with certain emotions that they could have been so busy working or focused on other things that they forgot to tap into. So it's like you could bring that out in this person, because I feel like what draws them to you, and I feel like what they connect with you is your emotions and your feelings and the way you open them up. So I see a lot of like deep connections there. I see a lot of like, I'm seeing a lot of physical touch, so I feel like you kind of open them up vulnerably there, and I think that's where that energy starts to seep in, where it's like, I think I want something different, because what was driving me before doesn't feel like it's driving me now. It actually feels more of a wedge. So I don't feel like I'm in alignment anymore, like my energy's kind of shifting. This person has a really big heart, but I think the way that they show their love a lot is like through work and providing and what I can give. And I think that they're very giving and very generous. Because it's almost like, I want everyone to be okay. I want everyone to be safe. I want everyone to be balanced. I want everyone to be happy. But I almost feel then like I'm starting to like people please. And I'm trying to have everything under my belt. And that's where I'm like, why am I doing that for? This person, when they're with you, I feel like something's going to happen where they're going to have some sort of like kind of crisis inwardly, where they're like, what do I really want? Because they keep hearing Billie Eilish's song, What Was I Made For? And kind of thinking like, what am I running for? You know, it kind of feels like that. So you're going to tap into their really emotional side that maybe they were able to cover up for some time. That's how it feels. Whereas before they would have been very businessy. And again, they don't have to travel. It doesn't have to be that. They could just be so focused with their business and their work that that's the only thing that they're seeing. And I feel like you're able to then help them unravel. This person's very funny. I feel like they've got like a dry humor. Very funny, super intelligent, very quick. Like, I feel like I'm really quick with things. Like, I'm very intelligent. Like, I'm in their mind now. I feel very intelligent and I'm very quick with things. Like, I know the answer to this, I know the answer to that, and I have everything under control. Like, I'm very like, you don't have to worry about this, you don't have to worry about that, got it under control. Like, that's how this person feels. Like, if you were in a crisis, you'd want to be with this person. They're very like, I know what to do, we're all right. Like, that's kind of how this feels, you know. Anything else before I pull the oracle cards? No. Okay, pile number 4. Pile number 4's future spouse. Anything else you can tell me about pile number 4's future spouse? They may be in a very official job, because I keep being shown like official wear, or kind of like a sort of uniform job. It could be that as well. We have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. Let's cover this up. Pile number 4. Pile number 4's future spouse. We have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. That's where they fall hook, line, and sinker, I feel. You're going to ask them kind of deep questions and get them to slow down. And we have codependency as well. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Yeah, I feel like this person, they may have gone through certain things in childhood where they felt like, I have to have everything under control. So they could be very, very focused on their work and their career because of that. It's like, I have to have everything under control. I can control work. Everything's in its place. That this is where that focus is. And I feel like that's going to unravel. You know, and I feel like they're going to be like, oh, you know what, I was very codependent with work, or I was going there for a sense of control, and that is something I need to really look at. And I feel like that's something that comes up here, to be honest with you, because the fact that we have heart-to-heart conversations and getting to know each other, I feel like you and this person are going to get very intimate and deep, and I feel like you're going to see things about this person. You're going to ask them questions like, why do you feel the need for this? Why do you feel the need for that? And I feel like you're going to really like hold space for them a lot for that to come out. And you could not, I feel like you guys naturally have like a strong clairsentience, and you're able to hold space and allow people to bring feelings up. And I think that's going to happen with this person, because I feel like you're asking the right questions, and that's why this person's like, you know what, true, That's true. I need to look at this. We have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. One or both of you may be connected to spirit as well. I feel like that's more so you. But it could be your person. I just see your person being... You both could have been through a lot, and maybe you turned to spirituality and decided to go that way, and your person chose to like build and financially make big moves there. And you know, that's where that shift comes in. And what's interesting is, I know I was making a joke at the beginning with Christmas, but sometimes Christmas can be a triggering time of year, because especially if we're on our own, or we've always been in a relationship and now we're single for Christmas, you know, for me, I'd get triggered when I'd see like big families, and I'd be like, oh, okay, like I'd get triggered then. I feel like if we apply that to this reading with like Christmas, I feel like when we think of like family time and time for like to spend with your loved ones, and I feel like there could be like a moment here where this person's like, I'd like to be with my person for this, and I don't know, it's never bothered me before, but now it does. And it, you know, that could be for Christmas, that could be for a birthday, it could be for whatever it is you guys celebrate. It doesn't have to be Christmas, but I'm just thinking of like the family unit there. This person could be like, no, do you know what, I want this, and I would like this, and this is what I would like. And I feel like that's where the relationship then progresses. But I feel at the beginning there's going to be some sort of long distance, or this person's just going to be very busy with work. Yeah. Am I getting... That's all I got, actually. I thought there would be more that came through, but that was what came through, so I have to honour what decides to flow out. So yeah, that's what I have. Pile number 4, I do feel with the 8 of Wands at the back of the deck, there's going to be a lot of... shifts and changes in this relationship. I think it's going to take many forms before you kind of get the flow fully balanced. I think that it's going to take its time. There could even be a moment where you stay as friends, and then, you know, this person's like, actually, wait, what am I doing? It could be something like that. But yeah, pile number 4, that is what I have for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed the reading and it resonated. Hit the thumbs up and comments down below if it did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you guys are watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching.